in jail.
Put your hands
No, you hit me my phone. What the?
Every single chance you possibly could have got to walk
She
off.
was mean. She was
so that
fucking
means you
mean.
just
I live here, and she was mean.
She was given 10 minutes to walk away. 10 full minutes. 2 deputies practically begged her. The manager came outside and explained everything to her face. But this 22-year-old was so convinced that growing up across the street made her above the law that she chose a patrol car over a 2-minute walk home. Watch what happens.
That I grew up here.
Chris.
I know everybody here.
Can we trespass her or no?
I know everybody here. I know everybody here. I grew up here.
Okay. Security has said I can trespass you. Either leave now or go to jail. It's your choice.
You want a piece of gum? That's
Do you understand? Yes or no?
For what reason? Give me a reason.
Listen, so she's been very nice so far. If you do not leave right now, you're going to go in handcuffs and you're going to go to jail.
For what reason?
Security at AJ's Seafood and Oyster Bar in Destin, Florida made the call. They didn't want Annabelle Bass inside. She'd been following her ex-boyfriend around the bar, grabbing at him while he told her to stop.
Talk to you. I'm not too intoxicated. I'm pissed off. They're mad at me because I tried to talk to my ex. He said no.
Management saw a disturbance brewing and trespassed her. But Annabelle had a different plan. She kept repeating the same lines on a loop. I grew up here. I live right across the street. I'm 22. I know everybody. She was convinced her personal history with this bar trumped the law.
For trespassing, so please, you gotta walk.
I don't want to go home. All my friends are here. Like, I'm 22 years old. All my friends are here. I grew up here. I live right across the
Everything you're saying
water.
right now, though, is irrelevant to the current situation.
What am I saying? That's irrelevant.
You're saying you're 22, you live here. All this is irrelevant information.
Exactly.
You're not being allowed here right now.
Why am I not being allowed here right now? Because she's a girl cop and she's a am I not being allowed here for?
That's another irrelevant statement that you just made. They want you to
So what am I not being allowed here for?
The business doesn't want you.
The business does not want you here.
Why doesn't the business not want me here?
The security has said that they do not want you in their business.
Why?
They don't have to give a reason why. It's private property.
No, I want to know why. Because I live right across the street. I'm 22 years old. Why am I not allowed here?
That's information.
What's your name? What's your badge number?
My name is Deputy Shelby Garrett, and we don't have badge numbers.
What's your badge number?
We don't have badge numbers.
Every sheriff, every officer has a badge number.
That's for sure.
You even have a badge number?
Do you see a number on my badge? No.
No.
Correct. We do not have badge numbers. So you need to leave. Respectfully, security has told you need to leave. We have told you need to leave.
Why?
We're giving you
every time. I'm asking.
It doesn't. Under Florida Statute 810.08, once an owner, manager, on or authorized person tells you to leave private property, the reason doesn't matter. You leave or you get arrested.
Came in, the male that you were with, you started arguing.
No, we didn't argue. I asked if I could talk to him.
We are the
He
ones
said
that
no.
make that decision, and we felt that you might have been a threat because of the
Why
behavior.
was I a threat?
So at this point,
Can you go talk to?
I don't know. But
Oh, you don't know? He owes
here's the deal: if you don't leave, we can arrest you for trespassing because I've already asked you to leave. They've asked you to leave.
But why? Why?
I just explained to you.
No, you didn't give me a
need to
very
understand
valid
this. Listen,
reason.
listen.
I'm 22 years old. I grew up right across
Listen.
the street. I know everybody who knows every bar that owns. I know everybody that owns every bar on
You got
this
it. And let me
road.
add you're intoxicated to that as well.
It's spring break. Oh my God, I'm gonna have a drink.
That's
You've
not
gotten
good.
more chances than anybody has ever gotten.
Yes,
Right
but
now,
I don't understand why I'm not
Listen,
allowed
you
in.
need to leave. You need to leave. Leave.
What's your first name?
I'm not telling you that.
Okay.
I
I'm
would
just trying
like
to be
to
respectful
give.
to address you properly.
I would like to give a valid person, my ID, that knows my family, that will let me in.
It doesn't make a difference who your family is. This is private
Oh, it
property.
doesn't, because I've seen otherwise.
Well, I can tell you right now.
Growing up right
will
across the
not-
street, I've seen
I
otherwise.
know you know everybody. You know everybody that knows everybody. We've already been over that. Right now, you're wasting their time.
I don't care if I'm wasting their time.
Okay.
They were rude to me.
No, they weren't. They're
Yes,
doing
they
their job. Ma'am, I did. Should have gone.
No, why am I throwing jail? Put your hands down. No, you hit me my phone. What are you putting me on the ground for? I'm resisting.
Stop resisting.
Hit me my cell
I gave
phone.
you every opportunity.
You hit me my
Every
cell phone.
opportunity.
No, what's happening here? You give me my cell phone. I'm calling my mother. No, grab my.
The male deputy lowered his voice, looked her in the eye, and said, "I don't want to see you go to jail tonight. Please, you gotta walk." She wouldn't listen, and that decision changed her entire night.
Set up the cuffs. $310. Can you copy 1027?
Stop.
Stop. You're gonna get tased.
I'm not going to deal with it.
Stop.
You understand?
Stop touching me.
No. I have to search you.
No.
I have to
Are
search
you recording?
Yes.
Stop.
What's
Stop.
her badge number?
Stop. Way worse on yourself.
What's
Stop.
her badge number?
Stop.
What's her badge number?
We don't have badge numbers.
Why? Why don't y'all have badge numbers? Don't throw my purse on the ground. Badge number.
Okay.
My where's her? What's
Put her in
her
the
badge
car.
number?
What's up?
Put her in the car.
Why am I going in the car? Why? Why?
Put your feet
Sit
in.
down.
Why? Why?
You were given every single chance you possibly could have got to
Because
walk
she
off.
was mean. She
So-
was
so that means
fucking
you
me.
just stayed?
I live here, and she was.
Why? Why can't you open your eyes? Yeah, give me just a second. I'm getting a paper towel. Is that better?
Annabelle Bass was booked into Okaloosa County Jail on 2 charges: trespass after warning under Florida Statute 810.08, a first-degree misdemeanor carrying up to a year in jail, and a $1,000 fine, and resisting arrest without violence under Florida Statute 843.02, same penalties.
I was refused to leave.
Because you were causing an issue with your ex-boyfriend.
I asked one question to my ex, like, you can look at the cameras. I can take it to court. We can look at the cameras. I asked one question with him, and then suddenly I'm refused and to leave.
Well, so no, you didn't just ask him one question. You followed him around for 10 minutes.
No, I didn't follow him around for 10 minutes.
You kept grabbing at him. He kept telling you to stop.
I didn't. We can look at the
You did.
cameras.
I watched it happen.
No, I would love to look at the cameras and take it to court if that's the case.
But you're not being charged with domestic battery.
And what am I being for?
You're being charged with refuse to leave a property after being asked by an owner or a manager and resisting.
And I know the people. So I don't understand why this guy who doesn't really own the bar is asking me to leave.
He's the general manager of the property.
He's the general manager.
Right, so the owner has left him in charge and responsible for the said
super
operation.
Cool and awesome. That's so great. It's
Of
so
the property.
super cool for him. The general manager,
Yes.
he doesn't know.
Okay.
As far as stay the night.
I've explained it to you.
Yes, but I don't understand why.
Because you have to go to first appearance.
Why?
Because you're intoxicated.
Because I'm intoxicated at 22 years old and I live here.
Well, they can't release you because you're intoxicated. You become a liability at that point.
I become a liability to who?
To the people who release you.
How am I a liability?
Because if you're intoxicated, obviously your motor functions aren't correct and your mind is not in the right place, or else we wouldn't be in the position that we're in now. You would have listened and understood when you were told by security, by me, by my partner, and by the general manager that you were not going to be allowed in the business and you need to leave.
I don't understand why is the issue. Even if I were 100% sober, I wouldn't understand. I've had one shot and
Court records show she entered a no contest plea on the trespass charge and was banned from AJ's for 1 year. The resisting charge was dismissed. Here's your takeaway. A bar, a restaurant, a club, these are private property.
I would love to take you to court for that, Club It. I didn't follow them out for 10 minutes.
Okay, my partner and I both saw you. Okay, we discussed.
Was it 10 minutes?
We discussed
Cool,
if
was it 10 minutes?
we discussed if we should say something to you.
Cool, was it 10 minutes?
Okay.
Was it 10 minutes?
Okay.
Exactly. No, it wasn't. It was maybe 3 minutes tops, and you were like, "You're not allowed in." He went in. I was not allowed in after that. 3 minutes tops. 3 minutes tops. Maybe 2 minutes tops.
Okay, and then
I wasn't allowed in.
after we told you you weren't allowed in, you went
And then
around.
I caused a scene.
She refused to leave AJ's. So trespassing after, refusal and then resisting arrest.
She's drunk?
Yes.
We'll follow him here in a minute. You need medical attention at all? Alright, life gave you fed blood, emergency staff, any of that stuff. Life gave you fed blood, emergency staff, any of that stuff. You don't want to hurt yourself at all?
When the person in charge says your night is over, your night is over. Annabelle had every chance to walk 2 minutes home. Instead, she earned handcuffs, a mugshot, and a year-long ban from her favorite bar. When body cams are rolling, the sidewalk at 1 a.m. is never the place to win a legal argument. Walk away. Fight it later with a lawyer. Let us know in the comments if there is a case you would like us to cover. Thanks for watching, and do not forget to subscribe so we can continue fostering a more informed society.